So unfortunate news for a lot of you guys, but it is looking like the UFC is going to do Ilia Topuria versus Alexander Volkanovski 2 at UFC 314. And this is what I've been predicting for a little bit. This first was brought to my attention, other than just a random thought, by Lucas Tracy's interview on his YouTube channel with Alex Volkanovski. And if you guys haven't checked that out yet, I would recommend checking that out. Lucas Tracy runs a really good YouTube channel for MMA and UFC scene, so that's pretty cool that he was able to get an interview with Volkanovski. We'll be up there one day. Anyways, we'll dive right into it. A lot of people are not going to like it, because if we look at Volk's record, he is coming off of 2 losses. And before that, he beat Yair Rodriguez, but then before that, he lost to Islam Makhachev. So people are like, oh, he's coming off 2 losses. Why does he immediately get a title rematch? Well, the answer to that question is because he only has 1 loss at featherweight in his whole career, actually. This is a very impressive career, especially when you consider the age he got into MMA. It was when he was an adult. But for him to only have 1 featherweight loss and for him to be the champion since 2019, that's a 5-year tenure as the champion. That is someone who does deserve a rematch when they lose the title, and I could fully get behind that. Even though DDP Strickland was a really close match, I understood them not giving Strickland an immediate rematch because he didn't have any title defenses, but Volkanovski has multiple title defenses, great ones. Beat a lot of legends. He's been the champ for 5 years. He does deserve a rematch if he wants a rematch. Not saying whether that's the right or wrong decision, but it's what he wants and it's what he's getting. So what has Volkanovski done since fighting Topuria when he lost him in February of 2024? Almost a year ago, which is crazy. It will be over a year by the time he fights again versus Ilia Topuria again. But he has done nothing, which is okay. We wanted him to rest. We wanted him to stop rushing into these fights and these short notice fights and getting knocked out. It's not what we need to see Volkanovski do at age 36. But if we look at Topuria's record, I'm professional, not having it pulled up yet. Since the Volkanovski fight last year, he has another great fight under his belt where he beat Max Holloway and defended the title against Max Holloway. You know he's used to being champ. This isn't a new thing anymore. Been champ for a year now. The two most impressive back-to-back wins in UFC history, and I fully believe that is the case 100%. It's hard to imagine somebody beating it in the future, but every record's meant to be broken, so we'll see what happens, right? But Topuria is only 28, where Volkanovski is 26. So, who do I think wins this fight? I think I give it to Topuria, but I think people are underestimating Volkanovski too much. If this fight, the odds open up at Topuria as a -3 or -4 favorite, I think that is too big of a favor against Volkanovski. Like I said, Volkanovski has only 1 loss at featherweight, and yes, it was to Topuria, and that was his most recent fight, but you can't write off everything this guy's done just because he's lost to the literal goats of the sport, right? Makhachev definitely one of the goats. Topuria, we'll see how his career goes. If it goes how we think it could go, he could go down as one of the goats. But nonetheless, their last fight, yes, Volkanovski got flatline KO by Ilia Topuria, but Volkanovski wasn't looking bad. He was looking fine in that fight. He had a solid first round, and the second round he just got backed up into a cage and lost. You know, it happens when you fight someone that good. But Volkanovski was talking in the interview with Lucas Tracy about how he didn't get to do some of the things he wanted to do in that fight and didn't really get to fight how he wanted to fight, and that he plans to do that this time. So that is pretty cool to see, I guess, if you're a Volkanovski fan. I would like to see him come out and have a better performance against Topuria. I'd probably say I'm a slightly bigger Topuria fan than Volk, just because I think this guy is a star and has absolute insane career about to come his way. But I would like to see Volkanovski put up a really good fight. I think it is a closer fight than everybody's going to give it credit for. I don't think it'll go the distance just because I don't see a 5-round fight where it's Volkanovski and Topuria facing each other and someone doesn't get finished, whether that's submission, TKO, KO. I just don't see them fighting for 25 straight minutes and somebody not getting finished, right? None of these guys are boring fighters that just fight for points or fight for position. These are fighters that fight to win and fight to finish the opponent. So I don't see this fight going the distance, but I could see it going to the 3rd or 4th round and being a really, really good fight. Volkanovski is going to remind people how good he is. I do think Ilia will win, but it is not out of the realm of possibility for Volkanovski to pull this one off. Who do you guys have winning? Let me know down below. You got Volkanovski? Does he make the comeback, or does Ilia establish his dominance even more? Let me know what you guys think down below and how this fight will end, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.